Live Aid, Farm Aid, Band Aid. It was probably only a matter of time before we had, indeed, NetAid. This weekend, musicians and titans of technology are teaming up for an international series of rock concerts to draw attention to the problem of world poverty. The shows will be simulcast on TV, radio, and the Internet. Computer giant Cisco Systems is organizing what the company calls the largest event ever to take place over the Internet. It is all well and good, except a couple of other recent high-profile net events, think fashion show by Victoria's Secret, have been, well, technical belly flops. From the Marketplace Technology Desk, Scott Horsley reports on what's at stake.
The all-star lineup for NetAid includes Ladysmith Black Mambazo in Geneva, David Bowie in London, U2's Bono in New Jersey, and J.T. Taylor in Silicon Valley. Taylor, whom you may not have heard of, will be overseeing the massive data center at Cisco Systems' San Jose headquarters, processing Internet audience donations to the UN's development program.
We have enough servers to do 30-some-odd thousand credit card transactions per second. Now, Visa, I think, only does about 3,000 per second. So, we're just scaling this thing massively. If everyone that bought from Amazon.com and all the other vendors, all of a sudden, in the same moment in time, decided to donate to us, we could handle it.
The NetAid network has to do more than just accept donations. It will also be streaming music and backstage video from all three concert venues, providing background information on global poverty and building a database of people who want to help. Internet interactivity is what distinguishes NetAid from earlier charity concerts and helped to enlist the participation of world-class artists, including the Black Crowes, Counting Crows, and Sheryl Crow. Cisco itself could be crowing the loudest if the company manages to pull this off. After all, NetAid began as a way to raise Cisco's profile at a Geneva trade show. Vice President Larry Lang says it's a way for Cisco to help others while helping itself.
I think one of the things that's exciting about this is our ability to showcase our capability not just to do the internet plumbing, which of course we're quite good at and do the majority of, but also to applying that technology to getting problems solved. Normally the way that works out is we're applying internet technology with the business and commercial concerns. And this, in a very large-scale, visible way, shows people how you can apply that technology to, in this case, humanitarian concerns.
Of course, Cisco and its NetAid partners, KPMG and Akamai, only get that boost if the webcast goes hunky-dory. They could also end up with very high-profile egg on their faces if the website crashes, like Victoria's Secret or eBay's. That's what keeps Marty Kagan up nights. He's the Cisco program manager responsible for putting the net in NetAid. His job's a little like planning for Woodstock, but instead of beer tents and porta potties, he's consumed with computer servers and access lines.
The issue is not so much how many people come over time. If 500 million people came over 11 hours, that wouldn't be that big a deal. It's the bathroom break. It's Bono saying, on the count of 3, I want everyone to go to the website now. Those are the kind of things that we prepare for.
Vice President Lloyd Taylor of Keynote Systems, which monitors internet traffic, says trying to deliver any kind of real-time content on the web is risky. He says if too many people try to log on at once, Cisco will have to turn some away.
I guess what they're figuring is people will watch for 10 or 15 minutes and then go do something else. The downloaded video is only going to be like a 2-by-2-inch screen anyway. This isn't going to be the kind of thing that you really want to watch for 8 or 10 hours at a time.
Ultimately, though, Taylor says Cisco has little to lose from the webcast, partly because people's expectations for this kind of event are still being formed.
What happens is if it works well, hey, that's great, it's proof of technology. If it has problems, well, hey, this is all new technology, not real surprising. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter how successful this particular broadcast is. What's going to happen during this period is people who are very good at technology and the Internet are going to learn a great deal from the experiment that this is. And they're going to say, okay, here's all this neat stuff we learned, here's what broke, here's what worked, and so the next time we do it, it'll be that much better.
Cisco's Marty Kagan isn't thinking about that next time yet. He and his team are still intensely focused on tomorrow's webcast.
We don't want anything to go wrong. We don't want this to become a memorable fiasco. At the end of the day, if we had twice as much hardware as we needed, the important thing is that the event went off, and I can go to sleep feeling it wasn't a failure. It was a successful event.
Kagan says preparing for NetAid has given him a new appreciation for what Cisco's commercial customers go through. It's also helped him see beyond the commercial riches of Silicon Valley to some of the world's poorest residents who've never even heard of the Internet.
As opposed to something that's just making money for the stockholders. I don't often get in my job that kind of satisfaction of like, wow, this is something actually valuable. This is something that's not just changing the internet or changing the world, but really like directly helping individuals. That's nice.
From KPBS in San Diego, I'm Scott Horsley for Marketplace.
Now some